2 hooks in. With these hooks, my legs aren't just laying over. I'm thinking I'm digging my heels into her groin, and then I'm pinching my legs a little bit so that I can use this to kind of control her hips. From here, there's different types of grips you can get. You can have 2 under hooks and kind of get this grip here. You can have this fun little double overhook thriller ride. Generally though, you're gonna look at getting the seatbelt grip. With the seatbelt grip, I'm thinking my overhook side is stabbing her in the chest. My underhook side is coming over and reinforcing this grip. For her to defend, she's gonna attack this overhook side first, so I wanna make sure that I'm helping prevent that attack. From here, there's different, depending on which side you fall to, is going to kind of help decide where you're gonna go attack first. I personally like to go to this overhook side, so meaning I fall this way. And when I fall, I wanna think about my bottom leg, the side that's underneath, is trying to come up to her opposite hip here. You can stack here if they're smaller and you're able to get around. You can get this body triangle. For now, we're just gonna try and think about getting to here. If your legs are too short, that's fine. You can get this hook where you're underneath, you're over her bottom leg, but underneath her top leg, and then I'm hooking at her hip here, so she'll have control of her hips, okay? Let's just get to there for now, and then we'll go through different things. Okay, so my sock. Okay, so talking about different kind of attacks and sequences from whichever side you're falling to. So for Allie to defend, depending on which side I'm going to, if I fall to the overhook side, which like I said, I actually like the overhook side, it's for her to escape, she needs to get her shoulders and her head to the mat, or she needs to get her hips to the mat and then kind of wiggle her way out. So if I go to this overhook side, I can't get underneath her head just because of anatomy. So in theory, it's easier for her to escape by getting her head and her shoulders to the mat. But if I've got this nice grip, she can't get her hips to the mat. So there's different ways of kind of attacking. I want to think about a lot of times getting this grip. So my underhook is actually going to trap this arm. Okay. There is a choke from here. You have to be able to get all the way across and reach behind her shoulder, but we're not going to look at that today. So when I fall to this side, her escape is getting her head and her shoulders to the mat first. If we go to the underhook side, her escape is going to start with her getting her hips clear, because I'm underneath here. So she's got to start to clear her hips first and then go to the shoulders. Okay? So just whenever you're going to a side, just be cognizant of, okay, what do I really need to focus on controlling? My overhook side, I really need to clamp down on her hips. I mean, you need to do both, but that's where they're gonna start their escape. So if I'm here and on this grip, like you can't just be like, okay, like you're not just lazy, I'm like hugging up. I wanna think my chest is staying to her back. And when I go this way, I'm staying tight. When I go to the underhook side, it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm still staying tight, but I wanna think about getting underneath her. So I'm perpendicular-ish, okay? Questions? Choke from both sides. Understand that this is perfect scenario. They're not fighting you back or anything like that, but that way you can start to kind of see where you're starting to plug things in. So here I've got my back control, stabbing in the chest, I'm protecting. I'm pulling my chest into her back while I'm also pulling her into me to try to maintain the shoulder control. If I fall to the overhook side, I stomp on the hip, I kick my leg up, and I stomp here, okay? To get this choke, it's a little bit different than a traditional rear naked, but it's really fun to hit, okay? So, Allie's first thing is she's gonna be fighting this because she knows this is the side I'm gonna be attacking from. So I'm gonna start to clear this grip. I grab on the outside of the hand and I'm actually gonna turn this out, okay? If you wanna be real fancy, you can turn this out and you're gonna catch it with your leg. If you're like, no, that's too much right now, that's fine. But for now, we're gonna do this, okay? This hand here, it's a one-arm choke, okay? If you're able to get this here, you can switch it to the short choke and go to the full rear naked. But we'll do just the one arm choke. So this is gonna come across. I'm gonna reach to the back of her shoulder. I'm pushing forward so you can see. I'm gonna reach to the back of her shoulder, like at her trap, okay? And I'm trying to shoot this all the way across. This is not the choke. I'm not flexing my bicep to get the choke. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna wrap it around her trap, and then I'm gonna start to pull my elbow towards the floor, okay? So rear naked, I'm here and I'm squeezing and compressing. Short choke, I'm here, I'm squeezing and compressing. This one arm choke, I'm wrapping around to her trap, and then I'm gonna pull my elbow towards the floor, okay? You're gonna sit behind them and you're gonna work these 3 different configurations of choke so you can get kind of the arm stuff down. So we're gonna go through that one arm choke again. This arm is gonna come around. I'm gonna wrap as much as I can and I'm gonna grab her trap. My head is in. I'm gonna drop my elbow towards her chest and I'm gonna turn. Okay? Sorry. I can edit that out. Short choke is next. So short choke, I'm coming around still, but now for whatever reason I can't grab her trap. Maybe it's a big, huge person and they have a big neck, okay? So my hand that's around her neck is gonna be palm down. My other hand is gonna be palm up. I'm gonna grab here, no thumbs, okay? This arm that's behind the back is gonna come straight behind her back and try to think it's parallel to the spine. From here, my elbows are gonna squeeze together as my head comes in and everything is gonna compress, okay? Right? And then traditional rear naked, I'm coming around. My arm that's behind, I'm thinking I'm actually gonna punch the back of her, like behind her neck. So this arm is aligned with her shoulders. So this comes around, this punches the back of her neck, then I'm gonna fold my arms in. Then I compress. Okay? We are not doing this. All Allie has to do is grab my arm. She can armbar me from here. And it's really embarrassing when it happens. Okay? So when I get to here, I tuck my head in to hold this position. In this one, I punch between my neck and the back of her neck. Then I close it up. Then I compress. Okay? So